What's up, y'all? This is Ray Davis Jr. I'm rocking with Houzmazoo's network.
We live on Houzmazoo Network, man. Who we got here again?
Man, this is the official Ray Davis Jr. I got my family right here with me. Beautiful sister, aunt, mother, father, brother. You hear me?
Got you, man. Since the last time, I talked to you, what's new? What you been up to, man?
Oh, man. I've been doing a lot, man. I had a shoot last Saturday at this pediatric hospital. It was for Woo. We shot this doctor who developed this app to communicate with other doctors in other countries or whatever. So being on set, getting that first-hand experience, unloading everything, hooking everything up, seeing them cameras, like, that was big. So, man, ever since then, man, all the love and support I've been getting from that been great.
Got you. What would you say your knowledge of the film industry now? What would you, rate yourself?
I mean, getting that book knowledge and that hands-on experience, that's two totally different things. See, the book knowledge, I pretty much got the book knowledge down pack. I know what to look for, I know what to expect, you know what I'm saying? But getting that hands-on experience, like, that's a totally different ball game. I ain't nowhere with that right now. So I've been getting opportunities to come on set as a production assistant. So like that's pretty much a star job with a lot of people, with a lot of prestigious directors and producers and screenwriters. That's where they start from. So like I've been getting the opportunity to do that. So I got another shoot coming up Monday. We supposed to shoot the ambassador at the German embassy. So being on set, getting that first-hand knowledge and seeing the grind and the hard work and dedication that it's going to take to be one of the top filmmakers in the country, you know what I'm saying, the world. It's going to take a lot of hard work and dedication, man, but I'm ready for it. You with me?
That's what's up, man. Once I see you posted it on the ground, I'm like, oh yeah, he really saying what he's going to do. He said he was going to get into the film industry. He got big boy cameras and stuff like that. So I'm like, that's what's up. I see you got equipment now too.
Oh yeah, man. Good guy, Francis. He got his own production company, man. He reached out to me when I made a post a while back on Facebook when I first came home, about me being an aspiring filmmaker, being incarcerated, just pretty much telling my story. And he reached out to me. He wanted to help me. He wanted to, help me along with my journey, man. So he stopped past here today and, man, gave me, cameras, gave me tripods, gave me screens, man. He gave me everything, books. He gave me, everything that I'm gonna need. So I definitely appreciated him for that.
Got you. You got me here with you again, but this time you got your family. So we about to dig in, really see what the upbringing was like, and just to, ask them about the whole overall experience.
Oh yeah, they gonna be able to tell you a lot, man. Especially like that day I got indicted, that day I got incarcerated, and they ran up in my house, man. So like all of them, they was in there. So like, I got a hell of an upbringing, man. Like school, getting suspended, fights, getting locked up. Like, they gonna be able to tell you all that, man. So we gonna dig in. You with me?
Yes. Who I got the pleasure with speaking to today?
Well, my name Chick. They call me William Lucky. My government name, but Fox know my son. I've been raising my son since 1995, and I met their mom. So, boom, the day the stuff happened, I'm always up early. So I'm downstairs in the living room getting ready for work. I go to work like around 7 o'clock in the morning. So like around 5:30, I'm on the couch. So I see blue lights flying through the window. So as I'm looking, I'm like, what the hell going on? So they shine a light. I saw the first light come through the window. The guy said, open the goddamn door. The cop said, open the door. I'm like, what's going on? So he said, open the fucking door, open the fucking door. So I'm saying, all right, man, hold up. So as I'm trying to open the door, but I know how this thing works. So I put one arm out like this and unlock the door and just pulled it. So they bump rush, throw me down. Had a assault rifle to the back of my damn head. So they saying, where your son at? So I said, here in the room. So when they had me on the ground, handcuffed, I got mad at the officer because he fired a round. And I didn't know if he fired a damn gunshot because my head right there. But the whole time, I think it was like one of those like rubber bullets.
Okay.
So they knocked the whole lock off the door. So my son, he lay on the bed, did what he's supposed to do, you know, no confrontation. So they took my son out of there. So in the process, they said, who all upstairs? I said, my wife. I got my son there, my sister, she in town, and my daughter. So they went upstairs and brought him down handcuffed. So as I'm on the floor, they brought my son out. You know, he handcuffed. You know, he looked at everybody. But the sad part was that his little brother, Joshua Lucky, you know, at the time, he was like around 6 years old.
No, Giles was like 4.
He was like
Giles was 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
Yeah,
Josh
4 or
like around,
5,
like around 4 or 5. So when Josh came downstairs, the damn bus people pull up to pick him up.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, and you already know, man, we live around Simple City, bro. So you already know, man, everybody outside. People you don't think be outside, man. I'm like, damn. I'm on the floor, the bus lady say, everything good, Miss Lucky? I said, everything good. We straight. So Josh
They
walked
let him out, yeah, right in front of
walked
me.
past in front of Raymond. So he said,
So he still went to school that day?
right.
Okay.
So as they bring Joshua down, he said, Raymond, you get locked up? So that was kind of messed up. And Raymond like, yeah, little bro, but I be home. So then my sister, you know, she come down from Norfolk, so she did this visiting. And all this stuff happened. So my sister right here, my trusted Lucky. So, you know, other than that, man, we go to court. And, you know, because you know, I had to go on the stand for my son. They trying to get my son murder beef. So when I got on the stand, I went against 2 prosecutors. One tried lie, one tried mix another story up with with my son's story. That ain't where I'm too smart for that. You know, I've been incarcerated also. You know, did a lot of time down Lord. You know, youth center 1. So I got my son out that murder beef. You know, like I said, I was on point, man. I knew where he came from, the street he came down was. You know, like you got a little red light and show the little boy in the courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
I was on point. And I saw my son, right? He like, man, he like this, yeah, that on point.
I ain't know how to prosecute
I ain't make no mistakes, you know what I'm saying? So we got him out of that. You know, going to see him, you know, trying to keep his spirit up. You know, this is the first time I've been incarcerated, so, you know, at the end of the day, you know, yeah, man, at the end of the time, my wife, you know, she didn't understand, you know, she never been through stuff before, so when the judge said what he said, she trying to figure out, what the hell did he say? I said, he got 12 years.
Yeah, you know, my incarceration, man, I think my incarceration was stressful on a lot, man, because that day right there, that was just, like, you know, because I ain't never really asked them, man, like, during that time, when I was going through everything, what was that whole process like, or what happened that day, you know what I'm saying? So, like, this is really, like, my first time, like, hearing everything from them. Like, what you remember about that day review?
Now, I got a question for Auntie. Right here. Like you said, you coming all the way down from Norfolk, Virginia, and you experienced a situation like this. Don't got nothing to do with you, but you in handcuffs yourself. Like, what was really going through your mind? How did that really make you feel?
I mean, honestly, I was just very confused. I mean, I knew, I kind of like heard in distance what was going on downstairs, and I was just confused because we were 2 females in our panties. We had t-shirt and panties on. Chest to the ground, you know, assault rifles to the back of our head. All I was asking was, can you unloosen it a little bit, and can you grab me some pants if I can't move? Because they just was out there, we just still in our panties, and then when I asked that, he put his foot on my back and was like, no, you know. So that's why I was irritated, and that's why I was pissed.
So you experienced it too,
right?
Yes, I did.
My daughter.
I was right here. That was going on.
What was your experience like?
It probably was one of the worst days of my life. Like my aunt said, you know, they bust in. Like we heard all the commotion going on downstairs. Everything just happened so fast. Like they came up there, pushed us to the ground, you know, put the handcuffs on us, assault rifle through our head. Like it was the worst. Like we actually both asked them, can they loosen it up? They told us to be quiet, shut up.
Yeah.
You know, they also was looking through our stuff too, like moving stuff around, trying to see what we had on stuff everywhere. It was
Basically just
one of worst
ransacking the
days
whole house.
ever. We was all confused. Like we didn't know. We was awakened by the bright ass lights coming through the window.
Right.
You know,
That's
all
what
you
it
could
was.
hear is yelling.
So I thought it was William. It might have been Josh.
It was me.
It was you then.
I was the one up. I'm
the
the one who
window.
screamed my father's name and said, bro, like, you know, like, I'm like, oh, like, no, I screamed, nobody, I was the only one up. He was downstairs, he was up. And I don't know, I happened to look out the window, it was beams, lights through the window. I'm like, Dad, the police outside the yard. He's like, what the fuck? Like I was the one up. I don't know.
How old was you at that time, bro?
I don't even remember that time frame, man.
He said he was up, but I was downstairs.
I was up,
with my
bro.
robe
I'm the
on.
one. She just said it was either William or John. I'm the one who alerted you.
No, you woke Trust up.
No, so Joshua, so I know that it was, I couldn't remember if it was you or Josh.
You
I
and Josh,
know
brother.
Josh was in the window. Yeah, and so
But I was downstairs. I'm the one that opened the door for him.
yeah, he definitely opened up the door.
I'm the one that did that. They was already downstairs.
Yeah,
When
Josh was in the window looking at the lights. and I
you
was
probably
looking
woke
for
up off the lights
Yeah.
and told and woke Trust him up, but I was the one that opened the door for him.
Yeah, he definitely opened up the
They
door.
bum rushed me first.
That day I was supposed to start a whole new job too.
Oh my God.
I was supposed to start a new
Ma, what
job.
about you, Ma?
Well, just feeling shocked, scared, didn't know what was going on, didn't know why they were there, just sick.
Gotcha. How did it affect you mentally, physically, and emotionally?
It really affected me, I want to say almost 2 years. I went through a major depression because I couldn't do nothing to help my son. I couldn't get him out. I used to cry. I was just going through a major depression where I had to get on medication.
Got you. On like what certain times when did you really, feel depressed? Like around like holidays when he wasn't around, like what?
Birthdays, holidays, when we had family gatherings and he wasn't there, when he would call or I would see something that remind me of him, a song or something he would say.
Got you. What was Ray like as a child?
Raymond was a good kid until we moved around Simple City. We always, had a good upbringing. We always lived in a good neighborhood on Capitol Hill.
Okay.
And then unfortunately, we ended up moving around Simple City where his attitude changed. The environment just changed you. Even though you live in that environment, that doesn't mean you have to indulge in what's going on around here. So it was bad. It just got to be bad.
Gotcha. How was he like in school?
Bad in school, just kept going from school to school, getting into fights, getting into trouble. It was just a lot.
Gotcha.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Alright, now, I know everything. Now, my wife, he was getting in trouble, but he wasn't getting in trouble in Charles Young. So, as a kid growing up in them type of neighborhoods, man, hey, man, it's just not in D.C., man. It's everywhere, man. You go on a certain side of town, man, and, with the neighborhood going through, eventually, if you ain't got strong parents, eventually your kid will be sucked into it. Now, it ain't like he wanted to do that, but I know he came with a Simple City hat on. Man, we got into it. I'm like, man, hold up, man. Have your damn head. You ain't representing damn, we from Simple City. Man, we got into it in the kitchen.
I used to be on my line, look. I'm trying to be out there. I ain't trying to hear nothing they talk about. All I know, you hear me. I'm trying to be out there. I'm trying to hit the go-go's, all that. You hear me? So you know how it is, man, when you a teenager, man, and you know what I'm saying, you out there, all your men out there, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I don't come from one of them families who mother on drugs or, you know what I'm saying, none of that where, they don't care about what you doing, what you out there doing or whatever, but so like you will see a lot of your men out there doing certain shit or can be out there at a certain time and you ain't trying to miss nothing, man. You know what's going on out there in the trenches, you hear me? So you trying to be out there. So you know, man, a lot of stuff stem from me just want to be out there, hang out there, not going to school, you know what I'm saying, getting into a lot of bullshit. But, you know, that's how it is, though, you know me?
Yeah, that's how it was, man. And see, me, right, the whole hood recognized who I was. And like, man, I said, man, that dude Chick, man, he a real dad, bro. He don't play. So I'm known and some see as the real dad. Like, anybody care, like, I don't care. Man, I be in the house, man, and my daughter, they trying to fight my daughter, like, you know how it is, they trying to break our family in. So in all that process, man, my son, you know, getting in fights with them dudes around there, you know, eventually, you know what I'm saying, you know, he get adapted to the environment, man. And not saying that's why he went to jail, but just going from that neighborhood, and my son right here, he's getting fights also. You know, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So he was getting his stuff, but I had him in football. I had him in football, but he didn't want to play wide receiver. You know, he did it for a little while, and after that, you know.
Yeah, you know, we had other talents, man.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
My baby, she ain't give me no problems. But you know how the boys be, man.
Yeah.
You know,
coming of age, man.
Yeah, you know, and thing was, I was trying to tell my son, right, to see, nationality, right, this is my stepson. But I'm the real, that's my son though. You know, I met their mom when I was incarcerated down Lord. You know what I'm saying? So in the process, I came home. Like I said, nobody wants to send me nothing. And his mom made sure I was straight when I was in prison. So I got to give showers to my wife. So I've been married 24 years to this lady, man. So I was like a home dad. I ain't have a job then, so I'm like a home dad. I'm proud to say that.
Gotcha.
I made sure he got to school. My daughter got to school, pick him up, bring him back, make sure he stay. Right. You know, and my wife was a breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, I ended up getting me a job. So like I say, a lot of things my son was into, she don't even know about. I ain't never tell her. I just kept solving my son. Like a lot of times, he would get his ass out from the cop trying, he got him handcuffed. I'm like, what the hell you do now? Oh, so they know me, know what I'm saying, working with BC Housing Authority. So they, make your son, that's my son, man. They let him go, man. Your father saved your ass, man. So that's real talk, man. No cap. Yeah. That's the younger say, no cap. So other than that, man, I'm pass the mic, man.
So what it's like, you know, having an incarcerated son / brother for
Man, for me, it was like, you know, I had my father and my parents in my life, but it was like
hold on. What it's like to have a big brother? I don't got no brother. Yeah. What it's like to have a big brother, and then you can answer, the second question.
Having a big brother was different. You feel what I'm saying? Even for the time he was out here, you feel what I'm saying? It was just like something everybody don't get. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like a lot of the homies, they got big brothers, but they big brothers ain't like in the mix with them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he was always talking to me, trying to point me in the right direction and all that, even before he got incarcerated. It was just, you feel what I'm saying? We was together in the house all the time, playing games, all that, you feel what I'm saying? It's just that brotherhood. But after he got incarcerated, it was like it left. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, everybody was depressed, everybody was going through something. It was just different, because you feel what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like they say, like, you grow up in the neighborhood, you see everybody get locked up every day, but it was different when it's your blood, you feel what I'm saying? Gotcha. So when he got locked up, you know, I mean, I was young, so I was young, so I could say it was a little bit easier, you feel what I'm saying? Because I ain't really understand, but as I started getting older, from me being outside, from me transitioning over to hanging outside and stuff like that, I started to understand it more, like, you feel what I'm saying? Going through the struggle with things and him being locked up, you feel what I'm saying? All that, so it grew on me a little bit, you know, I was young, but it grew on me, you feel me, just to understand everything.
Gotcha. What was it like, having an incarcerated son?
It was very hard, but sometimes you got to go through things in order for that person to wake up and open their eyes. So I always, even though throughout his incarceration, I just used to keep him motivated, son, come out a better person. When you get out, just do things differently. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't holler at your friends or your homies or whatever, but, just stay your distance,
Got you. What was it like? What was it like? Doing this trial and this sentencing?
Oh my God! So the trial went on. I want to say about 2 months. I had to work every single day, but I was there every day. It was like an 8-hour job. I would leave lunch, work every day at lunchtime, and I would go to the trial every day around 12. And I would stay there every day till it was over. But I sat there and watched person after person lie on the stand, say things, or even say things that I didn't even know about, you know. So it was very hard for me, very hard as a mother.
Speak about like police brutality on the street and like inside, you know, the prisons.
Man, police brutality on the street. It's crazy that as a black person, you know what I'm saying, like, you gotta be super cautious about your interactions with the police, you know what I'm saying, knowing what to call them and what not to call them for, you know what I'm saying, because you don't want to call them and they mistake you as the perpetrator and do something to you, as we have seen in certain instances, you know what I'm saying. So, and police brutality in prison, like, man, police brutality in prison is just on a whole nother level. Like, when all that stuff with George Floyd was going on last year with the knee on the neck, that's everyday life in prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, the COs, they don't wear body cameras. It's like, you can't see what they do to us in there. But like, they slam you, they put the knee on the back of your neck, they put their foot on the back of your head, they stand on you, and they can get away with it. So it's like, out here, you able to catch it on camera. Everybody got cell phones around you, everybody can record what's going on. So now a lot of police are being held more accountable for the actions that they taking, you know what I'm saying, for the excessive force that they using. But in prison, we ain't got cell phones, we can't record what go on us. We ain't got nobody that can, you know what I'm saying, reach out to us and reveal what's going on or upload something to CNN, or, you know what I'm saying, we can't show what go on to us in there. But police brutality in prison is just is crazy, because they can break your ribs. Like,
they're a game, man.
The police do so much stuff, man, that the people in jail, man, especially like in the hole. So like, you go to the hole, it's 100 times worse, because they can put you on mattress restriction. They have you sleeping on metal all day from breakfast all the way to 10 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? They can beat you, whoop you. You know, I've been a victim. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I know how it is. So like, it mirror each other. Police brutality on the street and in prison. It's just, in prison, it's just 10 times worse.
Got you. What's DC reputation out the feds? I heard some good things, I heard some bad things.
Oh man, DC got a hell of a reputation out the feds, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they closed Lawton down, you know what I'm saying, I think my father, he probably was still down there, or he probably left like right before they was doing it. But when they closed Lawton down, like, a lot of our old heads who been down since, you know, the late 80s, the 90s, they sent all us out the feds. So like, Lawton, and everybody know this, Lawton was probably one of the worstest prison, probably one of the top 5 worst prisons in our country at the time. You know what I'm saying? And like, when we went to the feds, it's just how our homies was carrying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit they was doing, and they was standing on it. Whether they was robbing dudes, stabbing them, killing, like, whatever was going on, man, they was standing on that, and that installed fear in a lot of dudes. Not saying that a lot of dudes are scared of DC dudes, because
like, when you say
dudes are meant.
Out of town dudes?
Yeah, yeah, like a lot of out of towners, and like, don't get me wrong, like, it's men everywhere. It's men all over. It's men in different gangs, like GDs, Vice Lords, the Bloods, Crips, down south, the white boys, the Mexican gang, Mexican mafia. Like, you know, it's men everywhere. But like, in the feds, and I ain't talking about no camps, no lows, no FCIs, or nothing. I'm talking about the USPs, where it really matters. The Big Sandys, the Hazeltons, the Lee Counties, the Polacks, the Beaumonts, where it really matters. You know what I'm saying? DC got the most respect. You know, DC at the top of the food chain out there. Like, everybody fuck with DC dudes, and we mess with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But you know, a lot of dudes scared of us because of our reputation. But men all over mess with DC niggas, man. Like, they love us.
Got you. What is like some prison programs you did?
I mean the prison programs that I did the AB class. You know, I was involved in it. I ran it 2 times, and I was a participant in it multiple times. I did the CDL. I got my CDL while I was in there. They be having programs like HVAC. They be having programs like Unicor. So like Unicor, whatever facility got Unicor, they Unicor might do different things. So like Lee County Unicor, they might make all the mattresses that get sent to different spots in the BOP. Or a Hazleton Unicor, they make all the khaki uniforms that you see a lot of the prisoners wear. Or like a Big Sandy Unicor, they probably make all the tables and the chairs and different stuff that you see in the penitentiaries and other facilities. They the one, like, prisoners make everything that's basically in prison for real.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's some of the jobs, but a lot of times though you can't even get to that shit. You be on lockdown.
Got you. Pops.
Yeah.
Is prison punishment or rehabilitation?
But man, you know that song came out. Well, some y'all might don't know, but there's a song came out that say life is what you make it. So come here, my dear. So life is what you make it, man. You go in that camp. First of all, you gotta find where you belong at. Cause a lot of cats get locked up. They start going at and they don't know how to beg. Like I ain't know how to beg, but I knew the damn do's and don'ts. Not to ask somebody for nothing. You know, go towards, you know, to my men where I'm from. It's more easy that way. But I got rehabilitated. I made sure, to me, well, I was not used to the one. And then what I did was, nobody wants to ever send me nothing until I met, you know, Miss Keisha Lucky. You know, my wife, she wanted to academy. So I went through the process of threatening my friends and don't get locked up. When you don't send me shit, don't get locked up. Because back then, I was just like, you know, I wasn't aggressive. I wasn't hurt nobody, but I held my own. So
and that super chick KDP, you hear me? He got a reputation down. You said you got a reputation down low, man. Trying to be modest. You hear me? You know I done been around all the old head niggas. You hear me? I already know what's up with them.
Right, you know, alright, yeah, he try to bust me out, but at the same time, man, I did my time, man. I played baseball. I was on the basketball team. You know, trying to play Arkansas, Central, the Hill. Sometimes you even play behind the wall. You know, get them guys some break. You know, them guys got life, so them guys they don't never get a chance to really come out too much. You know, they lock down 24 hours a day. 23 hours a day, excuse me. So, you know, we get them rep. So, for me, man.
You see how you make it sound so simple, though? But what people don't know, you got to be cut from that cloth to do that and go to them spots right there where he said he went at behind the wall and all that to play basketball.
All them pops in Lawton, right?
Right. So they had the basketball team, so I played basketball every year. Like I said, I ain't gonna lie, man, it may sound crazy to a lot of motherfuckers, man, but my shit was like college. Man, I was on a softball team, basketball team, ping pong tournament. You know what I'm saying? So I made sure, like I said, when nobody send me shit. My mom, you know, she was still using drugs real hard, so, you know, she ain't gonna really send me nothing. You know, my grandmother, she think $10 is enough money, but you can't say, grandma, man, that ain't enough damn money, grandma. You can't do that. Shit. She think $10 is enough. So I put myself there. So when I understood that I put myself there, and I realized that you come real by yourself, you leave by yourself. Like I said, I did have some solid homies that came down and see, man, but I should have had more. So in the process of doing all that, I got rehabilitated, man. I ain't never go the fuck back. So that mean, what that mean? I've been rehabilitated. Yeah. So I came home, right? I was doing a little council thing, right? Like going to the church and stuff. First Baptist Church, get them a shout out. You know, they getting like a little. I wasn't getting paid. I just volunteered. So I tell the kids about prison and the do's and don'ts. That, like I said, I don't care who you are. It only take one time. It only take one time.
Yeah,
before you know it, it's over, man.
Prison straight punishment, man.
That's how you feel? You feel
yeah. Well, see, I'm down Lord. No, Lord, that's all DC. Everybody, it's like a big city. You know, the feds, man, out there is more aggressive. Out there, you deal with a lot of more stuff, man. Race riots, you around different people, attributes, characters. But down Lord, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know everybody home, so a lot of shit ain't be jumping off unless somebody murder somebody and you come down Lord and they try and get at him. You know how it go. The word get around you, Chris, man. But like the feds way more aggressive than Lord. Like I say, Lord was aggressive. The feds way more different. You know, it's different out there, man. Cause you know, you on a goddamn plane, man. You don't know where you going, man. You might be in Oklahoma. Who the hell you know in Oklahoma from DC? But the good thing was, when my son went through his time going to prison, everybody he came across a lot of my men that said good things about their father, and you know, so he felt that made him feel real good, and that was a good thing. And the good thing is that, man, you here now, man, you safe.
No,
my wife stopped having anxiety attacks. My wife, you know, she had a lot of anxiety attacks, man. You know, that was very scary. We went through that stuff. So when things happen, we don't like tell her too much stuff, you know. But she got better. But like I say, my son home, but I'm more happy for my wife. I'm more happy for her and my daughter. You know, cause my son got beat by the feds out Hazen, Virginia. We rides down there, right? Man, long ass ride. You ain't give a damn. We going down to buy that motherfucking child, man. And they ain't let us inside the prison. They won't let us see our son. So me being cautious, I said, oh, y'all trying to let my fucking son heal up. Then you can see him. They said, no. I said, listen, miss, my son got a phone call and called us and said, man, that he was beat, he was hung, he was maced, he got gas in his head, his wrists all bruised up, and y'all hung him up from the handcuffs in the cell damn near all goddamn night. And then he said, I said, also, he said, it's another person, and two cells down, he damn about to die, man. Dad, I need help. The fuck, man, we going down there, man. But they did, like I say, man, I don't give a fuck nobody say. When I walk in that camp, man, you can feel the goddamn racism, man. Everybody in that motherfucking family, man. When I came in, right? When I came in, oh, you can't cuss?
Nah, you straight down.
So like, I'm getting a little personal. It's personal. So we go in that camp, right? So, you know, white people think we stupid. Yeah. They think we don't know no motherfucker. We don't know shit. So when I start saying the right shit, cause I know the law. You know, so white lady, she's turning red, man. She's like, damn, he got some right shit, man, but I ain't gonna give it to him. So I said, man, okay, you'll hear from us. So my daughter got her job, they're home where my daughter made it all happen though. So put the camera on her. She can tell you more about that while she crying. You know,
you emotional right now. What's you know where all that's coming from?
She pushed that paperwork and got go ahead.
You just never be prepared to get a phone call that something happened to your sibling. I was at work about to go home, and my mother called and was like, something happened to your brother. I didn't know how serious it was. I just fell on the floor like, you just never be prepared for a phone call like that. You don't know what the issue is or what the problem is. So when she called me, I was just hurt, like, because you didn't know if the situation was life-threatening or if he was going to live or what. Like, I just spent the rest of my days like just depressed after that. It was nothing we could do. So that same night I caught the train home, I just started texting, just writing a whole post on Instagram. Like, I was mad. So I got so many responses, so many shares, like it went viral. And we got so much help. If it wasn't for me, like, making that post, I don't know what would have happened. You just don't be prepared. Like, I would be at work just breaking out crying. Like, nobody didn't know what was wrong. Like, nobody would understand. I would just call my mother. We would just cry on the phone. Like, it was just depressing. It was nothing we could do.
Shout out to Damon McDuffie over Morgan too, man. Damon McDuffie, man,
yeah.
helped them out with the live stuff too, man. Like that.
Trayon White.
That was probably the most.
Trayon White.
Trayon White,
You know, my influence on Instagram as well, like with me being an artist, when I posted, a lot of people say that as well because of my following and stuff like that. So like I said, the most important people, Trayon White, because I know a lot of people downtown. Shout out to John Mean, a lot of people that looked into it, you feel what I'm saying? A lot of situations like that, you feel what I'm saying? Like how she said, like, it's scary because it's like when something like that happen behind those walls and they know they like messed up, you feel what I'm saying? It's like it wasn't no it wasn't like no way. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and I know how she felt, because it was like, damn, like, you feel what I'm saying? Nick couldn't even talk. How long was it until we talked to him? We ain't hear from like 2 months.
It was 2
We ain't hear from for like 2 months, bro. 2 months, bro. And then like we was receiving calls from people he was locked up with that like told us the situation, stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to those people. You feel what I'm saying? Because if I, boy, I was
like, you really don't understand to like really experience it firsthand, to really hear the COs be like, man, we gonna rough them up a little bit, like rough me up a little bit, like nah, like I ain't one of them, you hear me? So I'm like, man, I'm like, man, look, I'm gonna take the team, all that strip out and trying to get me, finesse me, we ain't doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and take the team. So when you tell them people you gonna take the team, like they excited about stuff like that, you know, so they went to go suit up, you know what I'm saying, put their gear on, get the shields, get all that stuff, man. So when they come back, you know, I'm just sitting there in their style. I'm like this, they got the camera because they got recorded, so I'm like this. So they like, man, M.A. Davis, stand up and submit the restraints. I'm like, nah, I fear for my life. So I turn around with my back facing them, still sitting like this. So man, they get to mace me. So you know they got that bed mace that look like a fire extinguisher. That jump like this long. So they mace me. So once they mace me, I laid on my stomach. I'm trying to hold my breath, so I get the cough and I'm choking. They count to 7. I don't get up. They mace me again. I'm doing the same thing, so they count to 7. They like, M.A. Davis, stand up, submit the restraints. I don't get up. So they put the gun through there. They get to shoot me with the rubber bullets all in my back. They count to 7 again. I don't get up. They shoot me again. I don't get up. They mace me again. I don't get up. Then they came in there and dropped the shield on me, man. Lift my leg up, twisted my neck, my arm, like, man, that whole little experience. So it was like after that, while they doing that, I'm just going on them. I'm just calling them all type of racist crackers, like anything that come to mind, because that's how I felt like they was getting a pleasure out of that. Like they was enjoying every minute of it, you know what I'm saying? So it was like once they stripped me out of all my clothes, they put me in a hot ass shower for like 5-10 seconds, you know what I'm saying? I guess that was them trying to burn the mace off me, I don't know. But then after that, they threw me in a room with a concrete bump. Ain't nothing in there but a metal toilet and a concrete bump. And they left me in that jump. Then they came back, the lieutenant, another CO, whooped me, slammed me all on the concrete bump. One of them stood on it, brought his knee crashing down into my back. They flipped me off the jump, kicked me all in my ribs. Like, man, they crushed me that day. I ain't even gonna lie, like, they, when they put you in shackles and all that, they supposed to lock the handcuff key so it won't move around. They ain't locking. So every time you move, it get tighter and tighter around your wrist, around your stomach, around your ankles, all that. Like, they ain't tighten nothing. So I already knew I was gonna pass out. Like the way I had to breathe when the chains was around my stomach, I'm like, damn, because I ain't feel nothing at first. I ain't started feeling nothing until my adrenaline went down. So when my adrenaline went down, I'm like, damn, this shit too tight. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, nah, I can barely breathe. I gotta take short little breaths. I'm like, man, I'm gonna pass out. So I probably ain't pass out till like 10, between 10 and 12. I know I passed out. I don't remember what time it was. I know it was late. I was in pain and I passed out at the door. And I woke up with them throwing me back in the cell and me hitting my head against the wall. They slammed me back down on the concrete bump. I inadvertently bit my bottom lip, all that. You know what I'm saying? I remember everything, man. When they finally took them jumps off my hand, like my hand was so swollen, like my hand looked like dope fiend hands. You know what I'm saying? Like my hands didn't look like they supposed to fit my body. You know what I'm saying? Like I still got marks. Man, I still got all that, man, from that night, man, on my wrist, man. I still got all that on my stomach. Man, I got all that. So like police brutality, man, and like that stuff they do on the regular. You know what I'm saying? They get away with that stuff on the regular every day. So they can crush you in there. They can kill you, get away with it. They can destroy you, get away with it. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what go on. Like,
and he got lied on. That was the thing.
They got lied on about everything, you know what I'm saying? Then the stuff that they do when you gotta write them up and you gotta file certain stuff for certain days, they withhold stuff and they don't send it out, they play with your mail, they do everything that they can So they keep their tracks covered, because at the end of the day, we convicts. We got this much time. We, you know what I'm saying, we a lost cause. So, you know, ain't nobody out here in the free world won't care about what happened to a convict. You know, that's what they looking at it like. They ain't looking at it like we got families, you know what I'm saying, that's out here that still care about us, or none of that, you know what I'm saying. All they care about, whatever we did on the street that caused us to get that time, we property to them. You know what I'm saying? So they can do whatever they want. They can talk to us any type of way, you know what I'm saying, because it's hard. Like, you can go to the hole for anything, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, if a lieutenant disrespect you, he a white shirt. So if a lieutenant call you a nigga or say something racist to you, and you defend yourself as a man, you know what I'm saying, you can go to the hole for that, for talking back. So it's a lot of stuff with the prison, man, that's just wrong, that's wild, man. It ain't about rehabilitation, man. It ain't about, you know what I'm saying, making these men better than they was before they went to prison, you know what I'm saying. It ain't really nothing that's helping us elevate ourselves, or that's helping us put us in a better position for when we return at home from prison, you know what I'm saying. Like, if they had other programs, like programs that really help you rehabilitate yourself, like really help you get a job or get your own place, or, you know what I'm saying, something that's going to help you be better than what you was before you got locked up. They ain't got these type of things in prison.
I did all that shit and I was locked up.
And like I said, they put certain programs in prison as like a means to, I guess, get by whatever boards or governors or whoever they got to run this stuff past, so they try to make it look good, or we going to implement a HVAC program or a CDL program or something like that. But you can't get to it, you know what I'm saying. Like, it's so much that go on at a penitentiary. They always keep you locked down. So it's like, what y'all got these programs for? Like, they don't isolate a situation where, if this stabbing happened in this block, then we gonna take care of that. But let these other units, let these other men continue going to school to get their GED, or continue going to this program right here, or let them do this. Like, nah, like, everything is group punishment in prison, you know what I'm saying. So it's just a lot, man, that we need to do, like, man, as a people, as a country, to make these prisons more rehabilitative than punishment. Because, like I said before, and the last one, like, in other countries, you can't even get over 20 years, you know what I'm saying. Like, you can't even get over a certain amount of time for a certain offense. So, like, and it need to be like that over here, because it's like a lot of these countries, they be peaceful. They ain't got all these mass shootings that we got, you know what I'm saying. They got stricter gun laws. They got, it's a lot, you know what I'm saying, that we can do to make not only our streets safer, you know what I'm saying, but the country as a whole. So it's a lot that we need to do, that I feel like, man, that we need to work on, you know, just as a community, as a people, to make things great, to make things better, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, I'm striving for that, man. I'm out here working, man. I'm striving to make a difference out here. So, you know, man, I'm just happy I got my family behind me. You know, I'm happy to be home. I'm happy to be working on everything that I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just gotta stay focused, because a lot of times people don't want to be focused. They care about what somebody else might think about them. You know, they want their friends approve of something that they should be doing on their own. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody approve of me doing this. Like, I'm gonna be a filmmaker, I'm gonna be a director, a producer, I'm all the above. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I wanna do, despite how my men might feel, or man, I don't care what nobody think about me, what nobody say about me, nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm my own man, you know, and I was like that in prison. Like, can't nobody say they ran me up top. Can't nobody never say I checked in, I was sent up, ain't nobody never stabbed me. None of that. You know, I've been a man all around the board. You know what I'm saying? Been on every compound. So it's like, man, you gotta be a man. You gotta do what's right for yourself, what's right for your family, the ones that been there since day one. You know, the ones that got your back, the ones that been there, man, when you couldn't get none of your medicine, you know, pictures, no money, you know, them the ones that's there, them the ones that matter, man, them the ones that count. So it's like, man, now that I got a whole new mindset, you know, I got a whole new outlook on life, you know, I'm just trying to make a difference and trying to do something different, man, and try to change people's lives, not only my family, but just everybody, the young dudes that's coming up that think a lot of this shit cool, you know what I'm saying, because, like, prison, I ain't doing nothing but washing this up. Like I see the trap, I see it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just about giving your knowledge, your guidance to a lot of these young dudes that you know you got influence over. You know what I'm saying? Because like this shit a trap out here.
You said, you know, you want to make a difference. You out here. So are you a part of Curtis Streets?
Nah,
that's bro.
That's my little brother. He part of Curtis Streets.
I bet. So your brother over here talking about making a difference. You in the community with Curtis Streets making a difference. But before we get into that, like, what sparked that in you to want to be like a community activist, someone who doing positive things in the community?
See, for me, I was already like doing like community type work, like as far as getting the youngest from around my neighborhood, like the troubled youngest that I see into little stuff and stuff like that. People that's like have like, you know, messed up households and stuff like that, and just trying to, you feel me, take their mind from that. So I was been doing that. But one day I was riding with my man Dot, and I went to one of the Curtis Streets meetings because he was working, and he just came home. He been home for like a year and a half, and basically I sat in the meeting, and I was just in there listening, and I'm like, I'm from around here, so I can do the same thing. But for real, I was doing it because at first I ain't really like, I ain't have a job, you feel what I'm saying? So like I already was like into some trouble, so I had to get a job, you feel what I'm saying? So like me being an artist in the DC area, and me having a big influence and stuff like that with the rap stuff, I can't just work at any place, you feel what I'm saying? Just get a job, anything like that. Like I got it. Not more so of an image, but it's me. Like a lot of people know me. My face is on. You feel what I'm saying? I walk out here today and people recognize me, say they mess with my music, all that. So I can't just go and work anywhere else.
People will know your schedule, bro.
Yeah.
If you got a job, they be like, all right, Lucky at work from 9, he get off at 4.
Exactly.
We could go show him love, or we could go get him.
Yeah,
you feel me?
So basically, I asked one of the supervisors, Coach P. I was like, man, what's up with this joint? I can get on. At first, it was kind of like you can just be like a participant, like help out, you know, because they already seen the little stuff I was doing. Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right, cool. So they finally hired me. But before they actually hired me, I made a song called Curtis Streets.
Yeah, and
I made a song called Curtis Streets.
That's the job with Mike D'Angelo, right?
Yeah.
And that's what tapped me into you. I've been hip to you, you know, from my man Mari shooting your videos.
Yeah.
But once I heard that song, that's what like, all right, I'm about to really sit down, pay attention, and watch.
Yeah, see, like, I know everything that going on in the neighborhood, so I see how the jump outs pull up, hop out, you know, talking to anybody any kind of way, slam dudes on the floor, anything like that. But always around some say, I always been the cool dude. Like I always, like, everybody know how I am. I'm chill, I pull out with my hookah and I'm chilling. You feel what I'm saying? Bring the vibes out, you feel me? Everything around me is good vibes. Basically, like, I was just the face where it's like police pull up, they like, I can stop from what's going, I can stop what's going on because they know my image. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And then, like, I wasn't really making no music to bring too much attention on me as far as the street go. You feel what I'm saying? As far as that time, I was on some real artist stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Traveling, all that. I was doing that type of stuff. So when I joined Curtis Streets team, all that changed. Police pull up, they come straight to me. Like, Curtis Streets won't work with no police. We don't talk to police, so let's put that out there. Everybody know that. But every time they pull up, they come to me. Now look, y'all know y'all can't be out here past this time. Woo. Y'all good, I ain't gonna mess with nobody. You feel what I'm saying? They come to me. That's the type of image I put on myself, so everybody won't go through what they go through. You feel
That's
what
the
I'm
type of respect you
get. Yeah, 100%. So it's just like it's been a good impact. You feel what I'm saying, on me joining the Curtis Streets team, because it's like I wanted a new outlook on myself, because like I'm 22, and really at the age of like really at the age of 21 is really like where I found myself, because I got incarcerated, I got locked up, And I had a situation that happened to me where it kind of woke me up, and I had a son. You feel what I'm saying? So it was like, you feel what I'm saying? After my first time getting locked up, I was like, nah, that ain't where I need to be at. And like for a couple dudes, it might take them 2 or 3 or 4 times. You feel what I'm saying? It was me that one time, nah. That ain't nah. You feel what I'm saying? But and it's still going on to that day. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't one foot in, one foot out. I'm 10 toes down with the kill work. I go to meetings. I sit in meetings for the whole city.
What is Cure the Streets?
Cure the Streets is we funded by the government. Basically, we violence interrupters and we youth advocates towards the whole community. Anybody needs something in the community, whether it's shoes, clothes for back to school, like we just provided 200-300 pair of shoes for the community, kids in the community. We did a back to school event. We go up to the schools, check on the kids, see how their grades is. Anything, we take them on trips because you know the pandemic kind of messed everything up. The youngest is different now. It's a whole new age group. The way they think is different. Everybody want to be shooters. Everybody want to be outside. It ain't cool guys no more. It ain't chill dudes no more. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody hang with everybody, just mixing. But what we trying to do is just try to break that curse. You feel what I'm saying? So we've been breaking that curse. You feel me? It's been going good. That's it.
Brother, you know, what it's like, you know, having a little brother that's actually like a community leader and youth advocate in the Washington, D.C. area and in his own community. Like, how that make you feel as a big brother, you know, knowing that it's easy, you know, that some little brothers easily could follow behind their big brother's footsteps, but you come home, you see your little brother on some community activists, you know, positive stuff. So like, how that make you feel?
Nah, that make me feel good, man, as a man and as a big brother, you know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of times you see this too, like with dudes you be locked up with, man, and you might know they little brother or know other little brothers or whatever, and you hear about what they little brothers got going on out there, and a lot of times it's the same stuff that the big brothers got going on, you know what I'm saying? They following behind in they footsteps, so you might hear, man, yeah, your little brother out here, he out here working, or you know, even worse, like your little brother might caught 30 years, 40 years, your little brother might got killed, you know what I'm saying? So to always hear about my little brother doing his music, you know what I'm saying, singing, whether it's rapping, man, him traveling, going to all these different places, him being around all these prominent and prestigious people, you know, these celebrities, and just everything that's on a positive note that he got going on that make you feel good as a man, you know what I'm saying, because, man, you know, like, the stuff that he got going on out here is a positive, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got to worry about too much of nothing bad happening to him or him going to prison because he out here doing something that he don't need to be doing. So, like, man, that's a positive. That's a plus for me.
Gotcha. What you got for the future, man?
Oh man, the future looking bright for me, man. Like, I'm about to just put my blood, sweat, and tears into this filmmaking thing and like really make it happen, man. Really make it happen for me, my family. You know, make it happen for the community. Like, it's just so much that I want to do, man. Not just with filmmaking, but like just start my own entertainment company. You know, having my own streaming service. You know, getting these nonprofits up off the ground, getting these things up and running, and like, man, just making a difference, man. Just making our community better, man. Just everything that we need, man. You know, putting up rehabilitation centers for homeless people, bringing all type of education centers, man. Just everywhere. Like, I just want to just do so much positive stuff, man, for me, my family, for the community, you know, for at-risk youth, just everybody. Like, I'm just trying to make a difference, man. So like, the future looking bright for me. So I'm gonna just keep being dedicated, man, working hard, you know, man, letting people help me and guide me in the right direction, and just keep standing on what I said I'm gonna do, and just keep being me, man. Just keep focusing, man, keeping my mind positive. You know, man, like I said, I got a good family behind me. I got a good support system, good support team. So like, the future looking bright for me. So like, I'm excited, man, to see where I'm gonna be at a year from now, 2 years from now. And I can't wait till I'm on that red carpet. You hear me, man? One of them award shows looking sweet. You hear me?
What is from bars to billions.
Behind bars
to billions. Have you started anything yet since the last time we spoke?
Look, right, man, I be recording everything on my phone, right? But what I got up on YouTube, I'm gonna take it down because I gotta take my time out to like really learn how to edit, put the clips together, and it's just a certain way. See, like now with this interview, like I gotta get used to being on camera. I gotta develop a presence on camera as how I'ma present myself. You know what I'm saying? Because like you always want to be authentic. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of times I struggle with like being myself, talking how I talk, coming from where I come from. Mm-hmm. But I know the type of people that I'm gonna be around and have to deal with. So I struggle as to how should I present myself on camera. You know what I'm saying? How should I talk? How should I look? How should I dress? So like I'm still getting used to figuring out how should I be while this camera is on me. You know what I'm saying? So like as I'm developing everything, my reality series, you know, I'ma just figure out how I wanna do it, and I'm gonna go from there. But yeah, behind bars to buildings.
Gotcha. I'm interested in working with you though, for sure. So we most definitely, you know, get something popping.
Ain't no question, man. I'm definitely happy you on the team. You hear me? No bullshit, sure. Man. So
I see you once I did the first interview with you, and then you was just, you know, out here. Then I saw you with them big boy cameras. I'm like, oh yeah, right, really moving. He really gonna be a man of his word. You know, say he rehabilitated. He about to get out here, make a difference, do his thing. To the fam, any like message y'all got to say to him? You know.
Or other families that's going through what we went through,
other families that's going through what y'all had to go
incarcerated, what y'all to tell them.
Yes, I've always, me personally, wanted to start a group. This is something I've been talking about for a while, Voices Beyond the Gates. But see, I've never decided how to get it started, what to do, how do you bring people, where would you have it at, how do you establish it. That's something I want to create, being a mom who had a son that was incarcerated, and be able to talk to other families. You know, I don't know how you do that, but that's something I would like to start doing.
I like, okay, girl. Nah, I like that though. Nah, like, you know, with me being working for Care the Streets, I done sat in a couple meetings with a lot of families that kids was lost to senseless gun violence. So with her saying that, I can help her get into that right field on that field, because you know everybody, a lot of people got stuff going on, but you can do it yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So just having a room full of parents that, you know, kids may still be incarcerated, that's came home, and you feel what I'm saying, still might be doing the same thing or trying to get on the right track and don't know how to move. You feel what I'm saying? Like still looking for help and finding themselves. But to anybody out there, man, like everything is a process. Like everything is a process. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And I know this Mom Dukes always told bro, like one thing, like she never like faulted him, but she always told him like it was like, you know, like you put yourself in a position. So he realized as a grown man that he had to deal with, you know, the trials and tribulations of everything he was going through and what he had to face at that moment. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what we gotta realize as people growing up in the society, especially that we live in right now. You gotta be able to own up to what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? Because just like my father said, all it take is one time, and all it take is 1 second. Like we go do things every day that we may never know what can happen to us, what situation we may be in. And you feel what I'm saying? All it takes is one time. And that's what I tell my youngers up the street. You feel what I'm saying? You can be any place. You can be going to get some food and the shootout happen, and you feel what I'm saying? You trying to worry about how you gonna get away or anything like that. You feel what I'm saying? All it takes is one time. Just, you feel me? Just and one message I want to leave. This me. I tell everybody this. Just think before you do. You feel what I'm saying? Just it don't take nothing just to think before you do. You feel what I'm saying? That's all.
Auntie.
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Any message you got for your nephew or any people that's going through a situation that your nephew went through?
nephew. Hey, don't record that. Don't record that.
Talk about yoga.
I was just about to say, shut up. I got this.
Evolution, man.
Like no, but keep your head on straight, and you always, I would say, always have a goal. Always have something that you're working towards, and you got that. You know, so that way you won't get sidetracked. Continue to overcome every goal. You have to keep your head on straight. Meditation, yoga. You already know we talked about that. Keep your mind clear and open. Yeah. Open to receive. Yeah.
I'm gonna start off by saying I'm super proud of my brother. I just remember like all the phone calls he would call me and be like, yeah man, your brother be the biggest in the DMV. Like I used to be real hyped and I'm like, yeah, you know, because I got my own business thing going on, so I'm just super proud to see him, you know, just coming right home and just getting straight to business. To the families out there, what I want to say is like, pray, and pray again, because every family can't be lucky like we are to have, you know, my brother, son, husband, father, you know, for their, you know, sibling or whatever to come home alive or with their head on straight. Most people don't get that. Most people, you know, lose their family member, sibling, husband, father, whatever, you know, in the prison system. So I could say we are blessed to have him home. He's still young. He's not even 30. He still got his whole life ahead of him. So to the families out there, it's like you just gotta pray. You gotta believe in the Most High, like He will do. That's why he's home.
I just tell all the families, man, y'all got a loved one, man, a husband, wife, son, daughter, uncle, aunt, cousin, whoever, man. Y'all got incarcerated, man. Pictures is important, man. Letters, picking up the phone, man, for a good 10-15 minutes, man. All that is important, man, because people go through a wide range of emotions daily in prison, man. You can go from being happy, cool, into one stab somebody to one kill somebody, man. So, man, pictures, that can change the nigga whole day, man. You can go from one stab somebody as soon as you get them pictures. It's all love. You ain't even think about nothing. You think about your family, man. So pictures, letters, man, picking up that phone, email, a text, man, anything, man, to let them know that they love, man. People still think about them, man. That take, man, that take a person in prison a long way. You know what I'm saying? So that's very important right there. So like I just tell the families, man, as much as y'all can. I know they ship dudes from DC all over the place, man, different states. Try to see them as much as possible, man. The fathers, the fathers that's incarcerated, like the ones who got kids, like it's important for them to see their kids while they're incarcerated as well. So, you know, man, I just tell everybody, man, to just stay humble, man, just be in their life, answer the phone, send pictures, write, you know. So that's the message I get to all the families.
I got one more thing to say, man. If you need an interview, call Houzmazoo. If you need that hookah bluka, call Lucky One. If you need some yoga, call my auntie. If you need some drinks, a mobile bartender, she gonna pull up on you.
Yes.
Nah, I mean, what? You need a cook, Mr. Chick Blick.
Oh yeah, nah, for real. We gonna
Potato salad, Miss Lucky Plucky. Nah, I mean. Nah, look, man, shout out to Houzmazoo.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, we rockin' with Houzmazoo's network, man. Houzmazoo's network, man.
It's my first interview.
It's good to, like she said, she happy to see you back, but I'm happy that you back with your family, you feel me? My father did 25 years. He home now.
Right.
That shit feel good to see him back. He been home since 2015. That shit feel good. You feel me? So like you said, just stick to your word. You know, stand in your business. You know, your family got your back. They're here to support you. And everything gonna work out, bro. One time before we get up out here, just shout out the network one more time for me.
Hey, man, this is the official Ray Davis Jr., man. Shout out to Houzmazoo's network, man. Free my nigga Weedy, free T-Tom, free J Money, Free the clickers, free man, Donnie Love, free everybody, man. Free all the good men and women in the struggle, man. Houzmazoo's network, behind bars of billions, you hear me?
Straight up, stay tuned.